When your flight is delayed, you go to the counter. When your bag disappears, you go to the counter. When the gate changes, the boarding line freezes, or the airline gives you bad news, you go to the counter. And standing there is someone who did not cause the problem, but still has to absorb the anger. From the outside, ground staff look like airport helpers. Check-in desks, boarding passes, baggage tags, polite smiles behind a counter. But behind that desk is controlled chaos, a clock that never stops, a line that keeps growing, a flight that has to leave on time, a baggage system that cannot fall behind, and passengers who expect answers immediately. Because if the ground operation breaks, the airplane does not move. This is every level of airport ground staff, from the first ID badge to the person trying to keep the terminal from falling apart. You do not start by running the airport. You start by trying not to slow it down. At level 1, you are a trainee, junior ground staff. Your pay usually starts around $25,000 to $35,000 a year. And on paper, the job sounds simple. Check the passenger in, print the boarding pass, tag the bag, answer the question. Keep the line moving. But on your first shift, simple disappears fast. A passenger cannot find their passport. Someone's bag is overweight. A family is late for boarding. The printer jams. The line gets longer, and suddenly your ID badge does not feel like permission to work here. It feels like proof that the airport expects you to help hold the system together. You are still new, still nervous, still asking your trainer what to do next. But the clock is already moving, and the airport does not pause for trainees. Then the trainer steps back, and for the first time, the counter is yours. At level 2, you become a check-in and boarding assistant. Your pay can move into the $35,000 to $45,000 a year range, but the raise does not make the line shorter. Now passengers come directly to you. They hand you passports, boarding passes, baggage questions, seat requests, and problems they expect you to solve immediately. You scan documents. You print tags. You explain rules people do not want to hear. And when boarding starts, the pressure changes again. Now it is not just one passenger at a time. It is a gate full of people, one aircraft waiting outside, and a departure clock that keeps counting down. Every beep from the scanner matters. Every delay stacks up. Every confused passenger slows the line. And for the first time, you understand why airport staff always look like they are watching 3 problems at once. Because they are. Then the job pulls you away from the counter, into the part of the airport passengers only notice when something goes missing. At level 3, you move into baggage operations. Your pay can rise into the $40,000 to $55,000 a year range. And now, every bag has a deadline. A suitcase is not just a suitcase anymore. It is a destination, a connection, a passenger waiting at the other end. You scan tags, you check flight numbers, you watch belts, carts, and loading times. One wrong bag in the wrong place can become a complaint, a delay, or a passenger standing at baggage claim with nothing but a receipt in their hand. And nobody remembers the bags that arrive correctly. They only remember the one that does not. So you move fast, you double-check the tag, you radio the gate, you watch the clock. Because the airplane does not wait for the perfect moment. It waits for the bags to be loaded. But some problems cannot be fixed behind the scenes. Some problems walk straight up to the desk and demand answers. At level 4, you become a customer service specialist. Your pay can rise into the $45,000 to $60,000 a year range. But this is also where the emotional weight of the airport starts landing on you. A passenger missed a connection. A bag did not arrive. A flight is delayed. A family needs assistance. Someone is tired, angry, scared, or one bad answer away from losing control. And most of the time, you did not create the problem. You are just the person standing in front of it. So you learn how to explain bad news without making it worse. You learn how to listen while the line keeps growing. You learn how to keep your voice steady when someone else raises theirs. Because at this level, the job is not just moving passengers through the airport. It is absorbing pressure without passing it back. And after enough shifts absorbing pressure, the airport starts asking you to manage the people absorbing it with you. At level 5, you become senior ground staff, a team lead. Your pay can move into the $55,000 to $75,000 a year range. But now your job is bigger than your own counter. You watch the check-in line, you watch the boarding gate, you watch the baggage updates, you watch the new trainee trying not to freeze while a passenger gets louder. And when the team starts looking around for help, they look at you. You answer the radio. You move staff where the pressure is building. You step into conflicts before they spread. You explain the same bad news without letting the whole desk lose control. Because at this level, leadership is not a title. It is knowing where the airport is about to break before everyone else feels it. But there is another level where you stop leading one team and start running the entire shift. At level 6, you become a shift supervisor, an operations coordinator. Your pay can rise into the $70,000 to $95,000 a year range. But now, the airport does not come to you as one problem. It comes as 10. A check-in line is backing up. A gate needs extra staff. A baggage cart is late. A delayed flight creates angry passengers. A family needs assistance. A trainee calls for help. A screen changes. A radio crackles. The clock keeps moving. And every decision affects something else. Send staff to the gate too late. Boarding slows down. Ignore the baggage update. Passengers wait at arrival. Miss the delay announcement. The desk gets flooded. At this level, you do not just react to chaos. You sequence it. You decide what gets solved first and what can survive 5 more minutes. And after enough shifts running the floor, the airport gives you the highest version of the job, not managing one shift, shaping the operation itself. At level 7, you become a ground operations manager. Your pay can reach the $85,000 to $110,000 a year range. But now, the pressure is bigger than one delay. You are responsible for the system behind the desk. Staffing, training, passenger flow, baggage performance, boarding speed, delay response, safety procedures, and the people who have to handle all of it in real time. The counter does not disappear. The angry passengers do not disappear. The lost bags do not disappear. They just become part of a bigger map. Now your job is to build the team that survives the airport when everything starts going wrong. Because at this level, success is almost invisible. The line moves, the bags arrive, the gate boards, the flight leaves. And if everything works, most passengers never know your name. But the strange thing about airport groundwork is this. If you do your job perfectly, most people never realize you were there. The flight boards, the bags arrive, the gate changes smoothly, the delayed passengers get answers. The wheelchair assistance reaches the aircraft. The missing bag gets found. The line keeps moving. And the passenger walks away thinking the airport just worked. But it did not just work. People made it work. People wearing badges, holding radios, printing tags, answering questions, taking anger they did not create, solving problems most passengers never see. And after years in the terminal, you understand the job differently. The badge was never just access. It was responsibility. To keep the line moving, to keep the bags flowing, to keep the gate calm, to keep the flight on time when the airport wanted to fall apart. So one day, when a new trainee clips on her first ID badge and looks at the terminal like it is too big to survive, you know exactly what she is feeling. Because you felt it too. And you know what she will learn. Airport chaos does not disappear. Someone just learns how to carry it. If you want to see the cabin version of this pressure, watch every level of flight attendant life next.